another computer, another car, another computer, another everything. So I don't know if anybody saw yesterday's webinar. It was really pretty funny. The guy before me, his wife teaches one of his classes, and I really almost destroyed my whole career because I can't take it seriously anymore. Some things I just can't take seriously, right? And so I was going to come on and do a Henny Youngman joke, which most of you don't even know what I'm talking about. Take my wife, please. I just, I couldn't, I almost couldn't control myself. In all seriousness, I almost couldn't control myself. I mean, I cannot imagine my ex-wife teaching classes. She could teach everybody how to hire a lawyer to steal all your money. That's about all they could teach. All right, let's put oil on. But I just couldn't take it seriously. I just couldn't take it seriously. Oh my God. Was he? Phil, I don't remember that. When they were in the Copa, when they were in the club, CL, Future, all right, CL, and then MCL, if you want to do this micros. Goodfellas, absolutely one of the greatest movies of all time. If you haven't seen Goodfellas, you have not seen a mob movie. Unbelievable. Also, you know what's just as good? Casino. Casino is an amazing movie. It's really insane. And one of my favorite mob movies, it's kind of flies under the radar, is Bugsy. Bugsy is a great mob movie. What's his name? Is fantastic. Walt Beatty. What was his name? Beatty. Walter Beatty. What was his name? He used to be a heartthrob. Not Ned Beatty. Um, I can't remember his first name. Warren Beatty. Thank you. Warren Beatty. Oh my God, he was great in Bugsy. Bugsy was phenomenal. All right. Magnet oil. Oil bullish today. Oil bullish today. Take a quick look. 30-minute chart. Oil is a choppy mess. All right. A little bit to the bullish side. Pretty choppy. Not monster bullish. Tight range today. Tight range overall. So it could go any direction on the open. Anything can happen. Now we have our setup, so I'm just going to put it on. Right click the chart. First thing first, put on the reverse continue just to have it on the chart. One position, reverse continue. Right click the chart, click strategy. Double click news trader. Change the trade type from breakout to reverse continue. Position 1 is a 1. Profit target 1, 20 ticks. Stop loss ticks, 25 ticks. Scroll down all the way to the account, and we'll put it on our funded oil open account. And
Heads
we
up,
will
users. We did
label the
just update
trade
the morning G sub for you a little bit,
reverse
but
CL
yeah, it should be updated.
continue. Reverse CL continue. Apply it. Okay it. Okay. Reverse continue we have, and then our regular trade setup. Right click the chart, click strategy, double click news trader. It's a range trade. Okay, if you're going to start it from scratch, we're going to put the trade on at, we're going to end the range at 90040. 90040. Position 1 is a 1, position 2 is a 1. Profit target 1 is 8. Profit target 2 is 20. Our stop is 15. Target 1 stop move if you'd use it. BE minus 4. Scroll down. Choose the account you're trading it in. Okay. Label the trade. Oil open range. Apply it. Okay it. Turn it on in the control panel. Click the enabled button. Don't forget, up top, you have your break even button. I may get the programmer to move all the buttons to the control panel. But you know why I'm not? Because we never have problems with buttons that are on the top of the chart. They're always there. They're always correct. Sometimes on the chart trader, buttons are finicky. So I may just leave them there. Just remember they're there. Okay? Each trade gets a set of buttons. Okay? Each trade has a set of buttons. So we are streaming on the tube. Streaming on the tube. MCL. Let's do a magnet test. I'm going to try to trade the VWAP. All right? I'm going to see if I know how to do it. Put on the new magnet. So in order to do the VWAP trade, I got to do a custom level. But I should not have to type in a level. And this is one area I'm struggling with the programmer. Let me see if... he has to fix some things for me. So I'm targeting the VWAP. Targeting the VWAP. It's a micro, so my stop's going to be 40 ticks. It's going to be a short, okay? But I can control that outside of the software. I have to tell it which VWAP I'm using, all right? Indicators, VWAP, there's two possibilities. The built-in lifetime subscriber VWAP or the VWAP we give you. All right, so if you don't have a VWAP, you do when you use the strategy. MCL. Okay, so it's all set up, but I also want to put on my VWAP signals. VWAP signals. 2 ticks, 2 bars. If it gets 2 ticks to the VWAP, and we get 2 candles in a row, the same color, 2 bars the same color, that will start generating our buy and sell signals. And that should take place after we test the VWAP. Apply it, okay it. When I turn it on, we're going to get an order line and this is one area that I'm fighting with him. The order line should be up here automatically. It should be on the right side of the trade. This is our entry. All right. This is our entry. Now, we're taking a short here. So I'm turning the long off. Taking a short. This is a test, folks. So my target is the VWAP. All right. That's my target. 3 ticks before I get there. 3 ticks before I get there. Let's see if it works if we get there. It made a new high. That's fine and dandy. All right. And I'll let it trade automatically. Let's see what happens. Oil's bullish, so kind of thinking it's going to go up on the open, but it didn't yesterday. Oil was bullish on the open yesterday. We're still under 60. We're still under 60. Oil cannot seem to get above 60 no matter what it does. Let me go over the main trade. The main trade. Oil range. So I'm turning it off for a second. Right click the chart. Look at the strategy. Highlight the range. Trade type is a range trade. All right. We're going to start the range, end the range at 90040. Position 1 is a 1, position 2 is a 1. Target of 8, target 2 is 20. Stop is 15. BE minus 4. If you use target 1 stop move, break even minus 4. The range start time. Did I never put the range start time in? 8:59. No, I never finished the trade. 8:59. 1 tick above the range. 1 tick below the range. Show the range graphics on chart. I would have had a mess of a trade. All right. Now we have a trade. It shows the account. It's labeled. Apply it and OK it. I'm going to load my template because I feel a lot more comfortable loading my template. Going to strategy, taking off my range trade, or I can just go to template and load. Oil new open, right? Oil new open. Update the date. This is yesterday. Rename it by right-clicking. Turn it from 03 to 04 for today. Load it and it saves it. Triple check the setup. 8:59, we start the range. 1 tick above, 1 tick below. Make sure you choose the account. All right. Label it. CL range, targets 8 and 20. Target 1 is 8. Target 2 is 20. Stop is 15. End the range 90040. Apply it, OK it, turn it on. Very honestly, oil is not one of my big magnet trades because the current oil Um, it doesn't move enough for me. So it's hard to get price motivation. Obviously, there's volatile moments with oil. It just, to me, not as good of an instrument for magnets. It's just a slower, generally, these days, it's a little bit slow. I think it wants to fill this short to the VWAP. Let's see if it works. I hope it works. So our range has started drawing. All right. 9 o'clock is the actual oil
Effective
open.
Fed funds rate unchanged December 3rd versus December 2nd.
Okay, the market opened.
Order submitted.
Now, why didn't it trade that? It should have traded that and it didn't. I'm not on the wrong account, so I have to
Order
talk to the
filled.
programmer. It didn't work. That did not work. That's pretty aggravating. The orders are showing, but it didn't trade them. Oh, shit.
Order submitted.
Excuse my language. I was on sim. God darn it. It was a tiny little MCL
Order
trade.
submitted.
Very tiny. Now, am I on the wrong everything this morning? Wake up, dude. Wake up. Okay. All right, it did work. Wrong account. Look, sim, sim, sim. Now, the question is, here's a difficult question. Should you take your stop above the range? It's a pretty darn big range. Remember what we talked about? If the range is too big, you may not want to take that much risk. May not want to take that much risk by putting the stop above the range. It may not be an issue. It may not be an issue. We're getting downward movement. I'd love it if we hit our target. I would love it. Do you want to be aggressive with your target? There's really no reason to be aggressive with the target this morning. We should get follow through. We should. It's not a guarantee. I'm going to get rid of my MCL and put the YM on that chart. I'm definitely worried about this trade. Very worried. It's so hard not to be aggressive when you get close to your target. really hard. Yesterday it had very similar type of movement and it kept going. It kept going in our favor. So at this point, you just have to wait. You have to let it trade. You have to. I mean, look, you could do it anything you want, but trading is so hard psychologically. I don't care how long you've been trading. Trading is still difficult, especially in front of people. It's
Meta is
even
up more than
harder in front of
5% as
people.
Zuckerberg plans metaverse cuts.
I remember, well, I'm always amazed the way people behave when they run a trade room. Like some people scream and yell. I've seen people just act really weird in trade rooms. It can get unbelievably frustrating. It can be really, really frustrating. Where I do understand why somebody could just start screaming and totally lose it. I understand it. I mean, the question is, Chantal, would you move your stop above the range in this trade? It's a problem because it's pretty close to the high. We could be getting a test of the high. It's a lot more risk, though. It's about another $100 in risk. Uh, you were aggressive on it. Normally, I'm not aggressive on it. I was not aggressive on it. It's kind of the way it moved yesterday. Obviously, I'm sorry now I didn't move it to break even, but I'm not going to move it higher because I think we're on the wrong side. So I don't want to give back more than I have to. It's just going to give back what I made yesterday if it doesn't work, which is a shame. It is a shame. It's not going to, I don't think it's going to work because there's tremendous momentum to the upside. I think it's for the main 50,000 one, TJ. I'll find it. I'll find it. Trying to hang in here. Trying to hang in. Just watching.
Saudi Aramco cuts Arab Light OSP to Asia. to plus 60 cents a barrel in January.
TJ, I emailed it to you. All right, just watching the YM. So the YM today on the open, I would
Aramco cut Asia
probably
Arab Light OSP to
consider
lowest since
a
January
magnet
2021.
on the YM open. I would consider a magnet on the YM open. Oil's just not following through.
Let's keep an eye on the SP
It's
500.
not following
Seeing some
through.
movement towards the upside here. No headlines to back up the move, and we'll release that as soon as we do find anything.
I'm still worried about the long. We're just not.
Of course, you had the Meta news jumping 5.5% on plan to cut back
It
metaverse
kind of
spending.
failed to the downside. That's the problem.
Seeing the S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100 futures rising 0.2% to pre-market highs.
It's like we always say, the hardest thing in the world is trade management. It's the hardest part of the trade. Do you move the stop above the range? It would add another 100 to the stop out. I'm not going to do it because I think it may want to test the high. It's bullish. And I'm not happy about it at all. I'm miserable. YM. Putting a magnet on the YM pre-open. High of day, low of day. One position, 10 ticks above the magnet for target 2. Target 1 is -3 default. So I have one position for position 1, one position for position 2, 10 for target 2 offset. Target 1 is -3, that's the default. It's a 35 stop. And high of day, low of day signals, 2 proximity, 2 trending bars. Labeled YM magnet. And I'll trade it in let me see if that account number 29 trades. I want to see what's going on with that account. Number 29. That's the account I had trouble with before. Let's see if it'll trade 2 YMs. And I'll let the YM fill before the news open, before the open. So I'll turn on the magnet. It's not a very big trade, but we are trading 2 contracts, so it's okay. If it breaks through the magnet, right? So either direction, I'm going to let it trade. So what I'm thinking of doing on oil is combining my orders with the combine button. And if we get a little bit of movement in profit, I'll just probably get out. I don't know if I have the patience. I'm going to let it work for another minute here or 2 before I do anything because it's working. All of a sudden it started working. So let's leave it. Right now you can get out if you want to get out. The combine button moves both orders closest to the current price. Okay? Makes it easy to adjust them together. Okay? That's the point. That is the point of the combine button. So we only need one more tick. Two more. A couple of ticks. One more tick. Come on. This is when I was in a trade room with another person. I'm not going to mention his name. He would be screaming now at the market, yelling. I mean, really yelling, screaming. It was embarrassing. I'd like to scream right now. I would. Oil's driving me crazy. This is difficult. Very difficult.
Seeing Meta shares extend gains, last up 6.8%
We do have an
pre-market.
MNQ. So if you really just can't stand oil and you want to get ready for the other part of the open, it may be too late already. We've been in this oil trade sometimes for a while. I'm not out of it. I was trying to be patient and let it hit my first target. If that causes me to lose, I'm going to really be upset. I tried to be patient like a grown up, and now it's against me again. So maybe I'm a dope. Maybe I'm a dope. I do want to get ready for the MNQ. It's 9:15. I could set up an extra chart for the MNQ. All right, so pressing combine, okay? Now both orders are together,
Order filled.
and we'll take 80 bucks on oil. I'm okay with that. We're going to go over to MNQ. See how that combine button lets you get out of the trade early? Lets you get out of the trade early. Getting rid of the CL setup. And I'm going to get rid of my oil reversal, turn that off. And now we're going to go to MNQ on this chart. And I'll put on, look, MNQ has been making new highs. So we have a reverse continue that was set up for oil, so I'm going to modify it. And we'll make sure it's still working. MNQ, it'll be two contracts, 40 target, 75 on the stop. Choose the account. I'm going to put it in sim because I'm going to wind up checking. On the reverse continue, I can put that on the regular account. That's number 54. Reverse CL, apply it, okay it. So our reversal for oil is all set. That's ready to go. Not oil. Going to rename it MNQ. Let's rename it. Reverse MNQ. Continue. Apply it. Okay it. So it makes the change. Now it's renamed. Turn it on. All right. YM in an unbelievably tight range. I'm just going to let it trade. Whatever it does, it's going to do. I wanted to see if that account will work. And then my breakout for the MNQ, I think I'm going to use a 40. I love the combine button too, Gary. Absolutely. Absolutely. Chantal, you still watching oil? Did it continue down? I'm not watching it. What did it do? It continued down, that son of a filthy animal. Much lower, that filthy animal and a half. I knew it. I knew it. Should have just left it on the chart, and just added another chart. That's what I'll do going forward. Just add a third chart to the morning if we need it. I don't want to exit the trade early just because it was a painful trade. That's not a good reason to exit it because it started to work in our favor. You might as well. You put the risk on the minute you took the trade. The minute you took the trade, you took the risk. So let it do what it's going to do, right? Might as well let it do what it's going to do. All right, MNQ strategy, news trader, add a second setup. Go to the template, MNQ open, load. I'm going to load it. MNQ open, new. Gonna right click and rename it. Today's date is the 4th. All right. Load it. That saves it. All right. We're triggering at 9:29:59. I'm going to use a 40 bracket today, not 50, 40 today. Target is 25, target is 70. Going to go with a stop of 130. If I can type. And BE if it hits my first target. BE if it hits my first target. Putting the time on 0 because I will look at the bracket size. My label is already there because it's a template. MNQ open, BRK, MNQ open. Now, if you want to save a template, apply it first, and then click template, click save, type the name, MNQ open, give it a date, okay, and then save it. Then you have a template for tomorrow, all right? So now I'm going to put my chart on Sim and just look and see what our bracket management looks
Order
like.
submitted.
That looks pretty good. That's
Order
good.
canceled.
Go back to the strategy, highlight the breakout, put the time back to correct, 9:29. Bracket of 40. Choose your own number of targets and positions, right? You don't have to copy my number of contracts. 25 and 70 on the targets. Going to go for 30 on my first target. 130 on the stop today. BE on my target 1 stop move. BE. And then this is traded in my funded open account. Trying to save this account that I've done a lot of damage to it. Slowly I turned, step by step, inch by inch. I'm saving this account so far. Slowly I turned, step by step. Who knows where that's from besides Calvin? I know Calvin knows. Yep. Gary, good one. Good one. All right. All right. One of the greatest episodes they ever did. Oh my God. I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember the episode. It's just another piece of trash floating around in my head. All this crazy stuff that floats around in your head. It all comes out in the trade room. All right. Put your chart trader on the account you're trading. Now, for everybody, we have a pre-trade checklist. All right? Pre-trade checklist. If I had used it when I had set up the magnet for oil before, I wouldn't have accidentally left it in sim, right? It wouldn't have been in sim. So the pre-trade checklist is in the file folder in the trade room. Go get it and use it. Don't be a goof. Pre-trade checklist. Check that you're trading the correct symbol. Is the chart on the correct time frame? You know, maybe you're on a 10 minute by accident. We don't usually have to check margins because most of us are on prop. Check your time. Make sure you're in sync. Test the bracket if you so choose. Are you on live or sim? That you want to check. We don't have account warnings anymore. I'll take that off. Time.is. That link works.
Saudi
Okay.
Arabia says January Arab light
Have
crude
you entered
oil
your
official
correct
selling price to
targets?
Northwest Europe
And stop.
at plus 5
Check
cents a
the
barrel.
input
ICE Brent
series. It's
settlement.
one of the items on the strategy. Make sure it's the same as your chart. Label your trade. Double check again. Are you live or sim? Enable your trade in the control panel. All right.
Saudi Arabia says January Arab light crude oil OSP to US at plus $2.50 a barrel versus ASCI.
Now, you don't want to just read the pre-trade checklist. You want to do it. I just read it. I didn't do it. Make sure you do it. Don't you do it? Don't you break my heart? Please. Nobody know what band that is. That was so bad. All right. Look at oil. It tested the low. It would have hit our targets. It would have hit our targets. Next time we'll stay in. We'll use an extra chart. Not getting out early. Not getting out of trades early. Baby, don't you do it. Don't you break
According to
my
the
heart,
FT, the EU's to review tariffs
please.
on
Chantal, you
Volkswagen's
should know.
China-made
It's a
EVs.
Canadian band. Almost all the guys were Canadian. No, that's not true. Um, Robbie Robertson was Canadian. The band. Don't You Do It. Is it called Don't You Do It? I think so. Maybe one of the top 5 music groups of all time. Without a doubt, they changed music as we know it. Created Americana, the whole category, the whole genre. Lost them all this year. Garth Hudson passed away about a year ago. Now it must be. Robbie, it's been 2 years, I think, since Robbie Robertson passed away. What a songwriter he was. Wow. What a lyricist he was. If you read the lyrics to The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down, it is true poetry. True poetry. So beautiful. Forget the music. That musically he was a genius. But people recognize how great his lyrics were. They are great. Oh my God. Really, really good. A lot of people don't know, but he did almost all of the music for Martin Scorsese's movies. He did Casino. He did uh, the recent one. What was the recent one that was so boring? It was I hate to use the word Indian, Native American crime drama. What was the name of that? I didn't like the movie. But Robbie Robertson did all his music. He did the De Niro crime movie, Irish guy, the Irish guy. What was the name of that? Irish dude, the Irishman, the Irish dude. He did the music to The Irishman. He did a ton of Scorsese's, however you pronounce his name, his movies, his music. Man, he was talented. We don't have music like that anymore, it
Well, I meant to go
seems.
down to really
There's
market
some
on
good
close,
indie bands,
market on close,
but man,
excuse me, market on open
the golden
email
age of
status.
music was the 60s, 70s, without doubt. Golden age. Unfortunately, now our society is in its death throes. It's the end of a society. Watch the YM. Are we going to get filled here? Are we going to get a trade? Is it going to go down or up? Is it going to work? Is the prop account going to work?
10 seconds.
Is it going to fill before the news? Before the open, I should say.
Order
Yes, it
submitted.
is. And it's
Order
going to stop
filled.
me out.
Order
Open. Inbound
submitted.
is S&P
So
500 buy side,
unfortunately, it worked.
52 million. NASDAQ
And
100
it's
buy
going
Order
side,
up.
filled.
27
And it's
million.
going up.
Dow 30 sell side,
MNQ
0.3
hit the
million.
first
Maximum buy
Order
target
side,
filled.
and
13.9 million.
it pulled back. First target, maybe don't move your stops with the MNQ. Maybe don't move your stops. We might be getting a test to the downside. I don't feel like jumping into a scalp. Not a good YM magnet. Look at it, came pretty close, but didn't get
Net
there.
shares climb 5.7%, most intraday since July 31st.
NQ looks like it's going to fill the gap. MNQ looks like it's filling the gap. YM magnet, it just went the other way. It's hard to do a magnet when you're in such a tight range between the high and the low, and made a mistake by not putting a reverse continue on the chart to go long after it failed on the downside. Now, you don't want to just buy at the market with no orders, no software, right? What do? If I was going to be a nut and buy at the market,
Order filled.
now I have to put a sell on, right?
Order submitted.
I have to put a sell, and I have to put a sell below it, right?
Order submitted.
So if it goes back to the low, now I was just being silly by showing you this. I should not have done that. I should have done it with a micro. So if it gives me a couple of ticks, I'll just take it. That's why we put a reverse continue on the chart. So you don't do silly things, right? You don't do silly things like that.
Order filled.
And then you got to cancel. Make sure you
Order
cancel
canceled.
all your orders. Right click, prop chart trader, cancel all orders. Okay? That is not the recommended way to do a trade. But if you're in a crazy mental condition and you put a trade on without thinking, make sure you then add your stops, okay, and your target. Add your stops and your targets. You have to do it manually if you don't have it set up. That's why using software is so good. Software really, really helps. Helps you to win.
We have posted out the article from the FT.
So
on Finances
MNQ
Newsfeed
breakout,
to read through.
hit the
First
first
from the
target
The European Commission had said it
and
had opened a
change
review into
direction.
tariffs applied
Obviously,
on electric cars
Moving the
produced by
stop
Volkswagen Group in China,
aggressively
potentially
is
offering the
working
German auto
against
manufacturer
us
a
right
respite
now.
from
So
anti-subsidy measures.
I'm not going to move the
The EU last
stop
year
so
imposed tariffs
fast
on EVs made
going
in China
forward.
at the end of an investigation into
Let the
subsidies
trade breathe
provided
a
to
little
Chinese
bit.
car makers and their suppliers. So Volkswagen currently pays 20.7%
Now,
duties
do we
on
have a
its
magnet
Cupra
setting
brand
up?
manufacturing
The
in
gap
China.
filled.
The Seat
The gap
Cupra
did
said
fill.
it had proposed an import quota for the
We do
EV
have
and a
a
minimum import price to the
reverse
Commission.
continue on
Order
the chart.
submitted.
It's only micros, right?
Order filled.
So we made a couple of more bucks with a scalp. That's the nice thing about the reverse continue. You know, you didn't have time to set up a magnet, right? But you could use the instant short like a quick magnet. Should have expanded the target, right? Silver's been good this week. Silver's been good this week. All right, listen, everyone on YouTube, thank you for watching. Hit the like button on your way out, and then check out our holiday special. We're having a webinar next week to explain our holiday special, to go over it. It's going to be a big one. All right, on YouTube, thank you for joining us. And we'll stream the open again tomorrow morning as well. So I'll see everybody on YouTube tomorrow.